JBN, we keep you informed. Woman stabs intruder during home robbery. Suspect held and charged. A man who received several stab wounds from a woman after he reportedly entered her home and attacked her during a robbery has been slapped with several criminal charges by the police. The accused, 29-year-old Andrew Edwards, a laborer of Gregory Park, St. Catherine, was charged with the offences of burglary, larceny, and unlawful wounding. Allegations are that on Sunday, March 22, at about 3:45 a.m., Edwards entered the woman's house and took possession of items of electronics along with a sum of money. Reports from the police are that the intruder was confronted by the woman while he was still in the house. A tussle ensued between them, during which the intruder reportedly used a pair of scissors to stab the woman on her arm. She, however, retaliated and subsequently stabbed the intruder several times with a knife. Edwards reportedly escaped from the household, but was later found in bushes by the police. He was arrested and was charged after being treated at hospital for his injuries, the police reported. A date for his appearance in court is still being finalized by the police. 2 shot dead in Parrytown, St. Anne. Gunmen struck in Parrytown, St. Anne Thursday night, leaving 2 men dead. The deceased have been identified as 21-year-old Shanardo Gaynor and 29-year-old Omar Beckford, both of Parrytown. About 8 o'clock, Gaynor and Beckford were at a shop when they were shot by gunmen. They were pronounced dead at hospital. Investigators theorize that the killings were in reprisal for the shooting of a man in Parrytown 2 weeks ago. 5 persons were murdered across Jamaica on Thursday. St. Catherine, St. James women push confirmed COVID-19 cases to 65. The Health Ministry is reporting 2 more confirmed cases of COVID-19 in Jamaica, pushing the tally to 65 up to Friday, April 10. Latest cases: a 21-year-old St. Catherine female whose case is under investigation, and a 50-year-old female from St. James who traveled from New York. So far, 34 confirmed cases are males and 31 are females. The Health Ministry says the 12 cases under investigation involve individuals who have given no history of travel or contact with a confirmed case of COVID-19. 1 individual from Portland with 2 contacts who have tested positive. 1 person from Kingston and St. Andrew with 5 contacts who have tested positive. 3 other individuals, 1 from St. Mary and 2 from St. Catherine. The ministry said all of these individuals are in isolation and it is actively investigating all the contacts of these cases. It said too the persons of interest in these investigations have either been quarantined or isolated. There are currently 22 persons in quarantine in a government facility. 56 persons are in isolation, 1 of whom is critically ill. Family, colleagues mourn veteran Manchester cop who passed suddenly. 4 days after the sudden passing of veteran Manchester cop, Sergeant Garfield Morgan, colleagues, friends and relatives are still reeling from the shock of their loss. Morgan, who spent more than 30 years in the Jamaica Constabulary Force, drove onto the compound of the Mandeville police station on Tuesday morning. When he did not exit the vehicle, checks were made and he was found unresponsive. He was rushed to the Mandeville Regional Hospital where he was pronounced dead. His 104-year-old aunt, Daisy Morgan, said that it has been difficult trying to adjust to life without Morgan, with whom she had a close relationship. I took Garfield as a boy with me to Port Maria, where I was teaching at the time, and he spent 4 years with me. He took the common entrance exam and then came back to Manchester to be with his mother and father, she recalled. The centenarian said Morgan would spend time with her each holiday, and when she retired and returned to Manchester, their houses were stone's throw apart. Garfield was such a quiet and jovial man, she reflected. I can't even imagine how his 3 children and his wife must be feeling. The news of Morgan's death was also a great shock to Daisy. On Tuesday when it happened, I saw people moving about and I knew something was not right, she said. Nobody wanted to tell me what was happening, and I asked my sister to pray with me and then tell me the news. I can't even describe the feeling I had when I heard. Daisy said Garfield's parents live overseas and fear they may not even be able to lay their son to rest as they would like due to travel restrictions amid the global coronavirus pandemic. They can't come to Jamaica now, and I don't know what will happen, but I am hoping it can be worked out, she said. One of Morgan's colleagues, Detective Corporal Andrew Spencer, said the veteran patrol cop always took his job seriously. He was a consummate professional, always calm, quite focused, and a very knowledgeable officer, Spencer said. He was always quick to impart his knowledge of the profession to the younger members and dealt with the public with the highest level of professionalism. Mayor shocked as Spanish Town Councillor Kenisha Gordon resigns. Kenisha Gordon, the councillor for the Spanish Town Division in St. Catherine, has resigned. Gordon announced her resignation in a terse letter to the chairman of the St. Catherine Municipal Corporation, Norman Scott, on Thursday, but offered no reason. Scott, who is also the mayor of Spanish Town, said he was shocked by the resignation. It was not immediately clear if Gordon remains a member of the Jamaica Labour Party. I got a letter from her yesterday prior to the start of the General Council meeting, and I was extremely surprised because in my own view, she would have been one of the very bright sparks and someone I was looking forward to see excel in the political arena, he said. Gordon was not at the meeting on Thursday. I thought it was a fake letter. I had to send her a WhatsApp message, copy of the letter, and she replied that yes, it was her decision and we are to abide by it, the mayor said. In 2016, Gordon defeated the People's National Party's Dazzling Lawrence, amassing 1,268 votes to his 83. Murder of educator, wicked, barbaric, and heartless, says Security Minister. Wicked, barbaric, and heartless are the words used by Minister of National Security, Dr. Horace Chang, to describe the gruesome murder of Colleen Walker, Vice Principal of Excelsior High School, who was shot and killed at her home in the community of Queensbury St. Andrew. While expressing condolences to the family, Chang said in a release issued yesterday that acts like these demonstrate the length at which these criminals will go to perpetrate violence against our most vulnerable, particularly our women. He pointed out that no resources will be spared to bring the killers to justice as the government continues to equip the police force with the necessary tools and capabilities to tackle some of these challenges faced by society. I am confident that these criminals will be brought to justice, Chang said. JPS hits back at Portmore JLP caretaker over disconnection concerns. Jamaica Labour Party JLP caretaker for Southeast St. Catherine, Robert Miller, is taking issue with the Jamaica Public Service, JPS, over the recent disconnection of some residents in the area. Miller says he is shocked and disgusted by what he called the lack of leniency shown by the company to residents, especially as the nation faces the COVID-19 crisis. According to him, one resident was disconnected due to a balance of $1,000. I am in utter shock at the approach being employed by the JPS to temporarily disrupt service to lawful paying customers at such a time as this, when all private and public entities are being encouraged to observe leniency with customers, especially dealing with bill payments, Miller said. The JPS would have made a proposal to the government to suspend General Consumption Tax, GCT, on light bills and the Special Consumption Tax, SCT, on fuel to make electricity cheaper for people amid the coronavirus crisis. This request, from a place of compassion from the JPS, was not shown to residents, many of whom are weekly or bi-weekly paid and are now being impacted by COVID-19, he added. However, the JPS has hit back at the JLP caretaker, noting that it has instituted measures to help customers during the current COVID situation. It further says that it stands ready to assist customers. JPS is shocked and disappointed at the allegations of caretaker for Southeast St. Catherine Robert Miller regarding disconnections, as the company has been at pains to announce its measures to cushion the hardship being experienced by some customers, said a spokesperson in a statement, who underscored that the company's team in Portmore stands ready to assist customers. Additionally, the company is disappointed that Mr. Miller did not take the time to engage JPS with his concerns so that these concerns could be addressed. The spokesperson added, noting that the company is always open to talks. At the time of its appeal to the government late last month, JPS indicated that as part of its COVID response plan, customers who are registered with the Jamaica Council for Persons with Disabilities and the senior citizens who live alone will not be disconnected for April and May. JBN, we keep you informed. Please remember, subscribe, like, share, leave us a comment, and click the notification bell to receive our daily news items.